basketball means everything to me. I've met my family members here, my friends that turned into family. This is actually where I played for the first time I ever picked up a basketball. It was here at Veterans Park in Carson. This is where I started my love for the game of basketball. What up? Hi, my name is Rheina Ale. I am the head coach at Bishop Montgomery High School. I'm from Carson, California. My specialty as a trainer slash coach would be really about the things that they control: mental toughness, working on your fundamentals. That would be my strength. For this clinic, I kind of centered it towards being more of an offensive-minded skills clinic. Coaching in high school basketball, a lot of offenses are implementing screens, and I think that, you know, we have to teach the why.
The biggest thing is you want to make sure you're setting up the screen. When I say that, I'm not going to look this way because Taylor's going to know that I'm using the screen, right? I want to throw her off a bit, right? So I'm going to dribble this way and set her up to where she gets caught up in this screen right here.
The reason why I've implemented a lot of ball handling in this clinic as well is that we have on the move and stationary dribbling. I feel like, you know, even though you move on to another level, whether you're varsity, JV, you always should work on the fundamentals. I'm a really big advocate on fundamentals. You can never stop working on your dribbling. So we're gonna do basics, right hand, left hand, working on dribbling 3 times, crossing over. Like those skill sets, you can never, like I said, you can never stop working on the small things. The top WNBA and NBA players still do stationary dribbles to warm up. So like I said, if ball handling is something that you need to improve on, we're gonna start with some stationary and on the move dribbles.
At every cone, you're making a move, right? So we're starting with crossovers.
A common thing that I think high school players do wrong would be they try to work on the top skill set first rather than focusing on the smaller ones. They want to shoot threes, be a really good stop and pop 3-point shooter, but their free throw percentage might be 60%. So start with the smaller things. My focus is to start with what's important first.
Yeah, initial contact, boom, and one. Crossover, there you go. Perfect. Just like that.
I would say the best age to work with a trainer would be as soon as you feel like you want to play at the next level, whether it be maybe 8th grade going into high school, because you know that you want to make it to the next level. You know high school is going to be very tough. So I'd say that would be a good age to start. So as far as the drills to do in the off season or during season, I don't believe that there is a thing. I think you can always improve on anything. The difference though would be in the off season, you really work on your personal game. If you know you're not a great shooter, you should be shooting all the time. If you know that you need to get quicker or faster, you should be working on your conditioning. So I think off season is all about personal development, whereas during season, that's when you start working on what's best for the team. The game has evolved so much in the last 5 years. The thing that stands out to me is that there's a lot more available to kids and to parents these days. There's a lot more trainers to learn from. In addition to that, with the power of social media, you don't even have to have a trainer. You can see some drills to do on Instagram, take some drills on Twitter. So I'd say that's how the game's changed so far. There's so many opportunities to get better, so many trainers to help you. And if you cannot afford a trainer, social media is free. You can learn from there. The future of basketball is scary. Kids these days are so good at such a young age. I just feel like the game is always evolving in general, especially in the women's basketball space. I love the fact that women and girls are getting a lot more exposure on social media, and the hype around the women's game has been great. So, you know, I think the sky's the limit for the future of basketball. LA is the mecca of basketball, and I'm gonna say that there's so many talented trainers and players in LA. You know, LA, every city you're gonna be in, whether it be Carson, Watts, Long Beach, you're going to find somebody who grew up there, who actually played the game at a high level, who can teach you something. So I would say there's so many people in LA that have had such a decorated past in basketball that you can absolutely learn from. It's just like the opportunities are endless, not only from a training perspective, but you know, clinics like this. There's a lot that goes on in the city that can help your game. Basketball can open many doors for you guys, right? But if you learn how to come with great attitude, great effort, and great energy in anything that you do, you're gonna make it to the next level. I'm proud to represent, and I'm excited to be here. I'm really big in the women's basketball space. You know, I'd say that I've met so many great women through basketball, and the LA community to me is my family. I've met so many great women that not only are great hoopers, but they're just great people off the court that, you know, they do different things. These women are hustlers. Like, you would be surprised, the majority of them own their own business or big advocate in whatever industry that they work in. That's my take. LA basketball is so important to me. Carson is my city. This is actually where I played for the first time I ever picked up a basketball and played on a team. It was here at Veterans Park in Carson. This is where I started my love for the game of basketball, so it means so much to me. There's just so many more opportunities out here. We love the weather. There's so much to do, but I would say that the competition and the family community that LA basketball has, that's why I would say it's so important. Like, some of my best friends I met through this game in LA, and I believe that that's so important to me. So whenever you come to LA and you want to play, like, we treat you as family. It's going to be tough, it's going to be competitive, you gotta have thick skin, but at the end of the day, you'll meet some of the greatest people in your life, and it started with basketball. So LA basketball means everything to me. So you can find me on all platforms, Instagram and Twitter specifically at Rheina_Ale.
Nike on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Nike!
4, 5, 6.
Family!